This studio vlog is brought to you by Skillshare. I'll be taking you guys along with me through a lesson to show you how I personally use the platform to develop, and I hope you enjoy it. Let's jump into the content. Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Sheena and I'm a digital content creator and illustrator based in New York City. So while I know you guys love to see me packing orders and just creating stickers, there are other facets to my business, especially as a content creator. And so I figured I would show you just how I basically get my shit together. So one of the first things I'm working on is email. And it may sound pretty simple, but when you're a freelancer, email can be so crucial because it's the main form of communication for many of us. Now I'm just basically working through some emails that I have not had the chance to get to. Now, as a freelancer, I want to say 80% of the emails I get are inquiries about creating product or working with a specific brand, things like that. And what I've noticed is that it creates major anxiety to read over different inquiries every day and try to come up with new responses. So something I'm definitely working on is just creating more canned responses. And all that canned responses are pre-made templates to answer questions that you get more than once a day. And my typical inquiry emails are someone writing in, asking about my services and how much I charge. And because I get so many of those emails, creating a seamless template that is consistent is just the best way to go. And one of the many reasons why I love Gmail is that a template builder is built right in to your inbox. So you can go ahead, find a template online or create one of your own, and then you can save it. So right here, I found this template by randomly going through Google, and I found it on a designer's blog. And of course, it's free to use. She put it there as an example. So I copied and pasted that, and now I'm just going to put my own spin on it, kind of add my own voice and save it. So when future inquiries arrive into my inbox, I'm able to pull up this template, apply the small tweaks here that you can see, and I am all set to go. And definitely let me know below how you guys feel about email. Does it give you anxiety? Do you have to have your inbox at 0 at all times? Because I definitely do. Okay, so now moving on to calendars and planning. So coming from a corporate environment, I've gotten so used to having that set schedule, those set weekly meetings with the team. And so it was quite easy to stay on track. But now that I'm freelancing and I basically make my own schedule, I've just found myself just getting lost in the day, just getting lost in scrolling, falling behind on certain tasks just because they are not plotted out in my calendar. So one of the first calendars I had to go ahead and update just to feel like I'm getting back to normal is my wall calendar. So many of you have asked about this calendar. I got it on Etsy over a year ago, and I believe the person closed her Etsy shop, but if I can find a link, I will definitely put it below for you. And seeing that I am such a visual person, especially when it comes to color, something that really works for me is color coding all of my tasks. So from my wall calendar to my Google Cal, all the way down to my bullet journal, I try to keep everything separated by color. So as you guys notice, my YouTube is red, and really that's predominantly because their icon is red, so it's very easy to remember. The Etsy icon is orange, so I tend to use orange for those tasks. And I tend to stick with primary colors because they're easy to find really in any marker set or across any platform. So give it a try and let me know what you think, or if you're already color coding, is it working for you? Because it's definitely like my little cheat that works so well. Now, moving on to my Google Calendar, you guys know that I switched everything over to G Suite because I truly love Google Cal. I feel like it's the best calendar out there. I've tried the Apple Calendar, but I don't like how it does invites. I don't think it's the best for a work calendar, more for a personal one. So I sync my Google Calendar to my phone, to my iPad, everywhere so that I can see it. And again, I color code. Now, something that I'm working on that I also mentioned to my therapist is time blocking. And so often, especially if you work from home, you may get caught up in one task and you kind of let the day get away from you. So I'll say, oh, you know, I'll draw for an hour, and then 3 hours has passed and I'm not able to move on to other tasks. So I've really been getting into time blocking, even simple things like waking up and making coffee. I know that I do the same thing every morning, so why not time block it? Again, time blocking is something new for me as a freelancer that I'm trying out, but if you guys haven't tried it, I highly recommend doing it. And if you want to see a video of me time blocking my whole day and following that schedule, let me know, because I think that would be quite interesting to watch. Now, last but not least, I'm moving over to my paper planners, and it's something that I think is just a part of me. I like to write things down. I like to write down to-do lists. There are just times that you don't want to use a screen to keep you on task. But something else that I'm trying to implement that I haven't showed you guys just yet is this new planner by Create and Cultivate. They're basically like, you know, a girl boss type of company. They have conferences. They've been around for a while. And recently I saw this planner on Instagram and I was like, you know what? I want to try it and see what it's like. I haven't used a traditional planner in some time, and I really love how the goal setting is set up, which is something that I do not have in my bullet journal, obviously because it's a blank journal. So I love that you're able to go through these prompts on a weekly basis, things like what is your mantra for this week? Who are people that you need to follow up with? What are your self-care tips that you have to go through? And again, really good goal planning. So you're able to look back at it throughout the week and see what you've accomplished and what you still have on your list to get done. Now, if you follow me on Instagram or you're part of my Patreon community, then you know I've been discussing my huge 2020 goal, which is to start making a planner. I can't believe that it's taken me this long to realize that that is a product that I really need to consider making, because I've been in this bullet journal planning game for like 4 years now. So I don't know why I haven't tried it yet, and I'm kind of kicking myself, but I'm excited to say that I'm in the beginning stages, and part of doing market research and testing what works is trying out different planners. So there are so many bullet journals out there. You guys have seen me use various ones, but now I want to see what more structured planners look like and see if there are certain elements that I can pull from that to somehow create a hybrid, like a bullet journal that's also a planner. It's kind of hard to explain, but because I'm kind of going down that route and in the beginning stages of researching, I thought getting this Create and Cultivate planner would be perfect.
Like draw leads and stuff like that that would match like Europe or something, because obviously I want it all educational.
Right. Perfect.
So stuff like that, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, for sure. It's almost like a learning workbook, but they're able to color it.
Yeah.
So not like
Exactly.
font heavy, but they're gonna be like small. Now, towards the middle of my day, I usually like to catch up on any Instagram work. I've kind of fallen off the bandwagon with Instagram, to be honest. So I found ways to kind of keep myself inspired. One of those many ways is working with brands like Influencer, who will send you products from reputable brands. And what I like to do is make sure that my posts are super clean and eye-catching, because that could lead to an opportunity to actually work one-on-one with that brand that you received product from. Now, this particular brand is a hair care brand that's called Carol's Daughter. So if you have natural hair, there is a very good chance that you've heard of them or used them. And so for this particular promo, I just want a really clean picture, and then I'll probably do an animation overlay just to give it a little extra special touch and do something different than what everyone else is doing, which is just reposting themselves with the product. So again, posts like this can be paid, but if you're someone like me and you're kind of working your way up to work with some bigger brands, sometimes it just means posting a really good shot on your Instagram or really good content on your YouTube, and that can lead to a collaboration and paid opportunity down the road. Another way that I've been trying to keep myself inspired is by taking on new challenges when it comes to drawing. I think my comfort zone is just doing digital art on my iPad, specifically in Procreate. And so I figured if I stepped out of my norm, that might reignite something in me. And so yesterday I decided to finally bust out my Wacom tablet that I got for Christmas, which I actually cried about.
Mom, baby. She's crying. She's crying.
but I went ahead, plugged it up, got everything set up, and decided to take a lesson on Skillshare. And the one I decided to take was by an artist named Ryan Putnam, and he's basically showing you the ins and outs of how to create a character avatar in Illustrator. So even though I've opened Illustrator a few times and I kind of can, do enough to be dangerous, I still do not know the application as well as I'd like to, especially as I'm veering towards doing more graphic design work. So this particular course I would say was a bit more intermediate, but if you're starting completely fresh and you've never done any form of vectorized art or poked around in Illustrator, they also have courses on Skillshare for all the newbies out there. And for those of you who are still unfamiliar with the platform, they're basically an online learning community that has thousands of classes teaching you things from entrepreneurial skills, marketing, and of course, the creative field. So if you're someone like me that has gotten through most of the fundamental classes and looking to take something a bit more advanced, there are classes available like this one that I took by Ryan. And they also have a plethora of premium courses that you can take that are going to be perfect for what you're trying to accomplish with the right community of people to help you get there. And while there are workshops online that you can pay for and various college courses that you can go to, you guys know how big I am about teaching yourself something new and really being self-made. And so one part that I really love about Skillshare is that they are extremely affordable with an annual subscription that is less than $10 a month, which again, you cannot beat for what you are learning on this platform. So for those of you who are looking to break into the creative field, or maybe you're like me and you're ready there, but you're just trying to refine your skills, I have partnered again with Skillshare to get you guys 2 free months to check out the platform for yourself. So I will have that unique link below in the description box, and I'll also include the link for this course by Ryan Putnam, just in case you guys want to try to make your own avatar in Illustrator. So go ahead and click the link below and join millions of creatives learning on Skillshare today. Okay, so I am happy to say that I got through the entire course. I'm not going to say that it's my best work, obviously. I was going through the student gallery and so many people did a great job, but you can also tell that a lot of them are a lot more experienced than I am. So I'm taking my time and trying to refine what I've done, and I think I'm actually going to get back into this course in maybe a week and try to recreate the avatar again to see if it looks more like me or a bit more like what Ryan produced. But I'm getting started. I'm just a beginner, and I wanted to kind of be transparent with you guys and show you my learning process and that I am not a perfect artist. We all have our weak spots, and Illustrator happens to be mine. So since I did more of the challenging drawing yesterday, I decided to kind of get back to my comfort zone and open up Procreate. I did a poll on a previous video and asked you guys if you wanted to see more time-lapse art, and the answer was yes, so I figured I would share. Now, I, again, was not feeling really inspired, but I was trying to push myself to get something created. So I went into Pinterest and just took a quick scroll, and somehow I landed on Frida Kahlo. I love her. I was Frida for Halloween, and I do love her work. So I found this really cool picture of her, and I decided to replicate it, but do it in my own style. And I'm just going to kind of show you my foundational sketches and then part of me doing the outline. So I hope you guys enjoy the time lapse. Okay, so this is where I'm going to wrap it up, because from this point on to the rest of my night, I'll just be editing, which is the fairly boring part of doing my job. So I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing me just kind of getting my shit together and getting caught up today. And if you want to see the remainder of this time lapse, I will be uploading it on my Patreon for those of you who want to check it out. And then I will most likely have the final product on my Instagram. So if you're not following me there, I will also have a link below so you can check it out. I upload all types of things, but of course you'll also see more of my art. So thanks again for watching. That Skillshare link will be below if you're interested, and I will see you guys in the next vlog. Bye.